future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Balls. It's the Pandora Boxx show. It's my show.
Holy shitballs. She's awake today.
I'm here. My name is Pandora Boxx. That's why it's called Pandora Boxx show.
Creatively titled.
And my co-host with no adjective today, Samantha Hale.
Is no adjective better than an insulting adjective?
Well, I don't know. I don't think that I've ever insulted you. I haven't been like my busted host.
I would laugh really hard. My busted ass side show.
My host with a very loose vagina.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm feeling more at home now. Okay, good.
You know that this is our 1-year anniversary show.
Oh my God.
We've been doing shows for a year.
Baby, did you get me a cake?
52. No.
Oh, you're calling me fat then. Okay.
What did I gave you this illustrious job.
That is my cake. This is
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That went by really fast. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Oh. All 10 of you. Oh. 10,000 of you. No, I feel like
that's actually more than that.
No, we're doing not
I don't
so
like
bad.
I don't like to drop numbers on here, but
40,000.
No, we've got a good audience.
A little something. Yeah, thank you guys.
If you watch it on YouTube, you're like, oh fuck, there's like 100 people that watch this show.
Nobody watches a radio show on YouTube.
No, there are people that watch it. That's why I put it up there. And actually, it's Kelly Mantle that said, because I stopped putting them up there for a while, and Kelly Mantle was like, well, I just put everything up there because you never know that one person that's watching it.
That's true.
It might be very important to them to see it. And I'm like, well, you're right. You're very right.
Words of wisdom with Kelly Mantle.
I know.
She's not wrong though. Sometimes just
she's
one
not.
person
So
needs to.
I put them up there.
Yeah.
They're all up there except one elusive show that I can't seem to get.
Which one?
I keep asking for it and I still never get it. It's the show with Ginger Minj and
that was a
Brittany
good one.
That I don't know what's happened to it, but I have never.
We'll just have to have them back on. How about that?
Yeah, I would love.
We
had
Brittany a couple weeks ago.
I would love Ginger. The thing about it is, that's the only, and it's not even a problem with the show. The one kind of headache, if you will, about the show is booking guests.
Yeah.
It can be a nightmare.
But for to be doing a show for a year and only having one no show is not
I know. I won't say Ray Latrey, who didn't show up for her show because she was passed out.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say, Ray Latrey? What did you say? Girl, we love you. You just gotta pick up your phone.
She's not listening. So.
No, of course she's.
God, she's still asleep at this point. No, we've had some last minute juggling, but nobody's.
It always works out.
No, it's been good. That's the thing too. When people are always like, "Have this person have the," I mean, it really is just they have to be here in LA.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday, so it's kind of like it's a specific time frame, but I'm trying to get some of the people that people have asked for.
Yeah.
It's always Drag Race Queen, so
yeah.
If you're asking, busy. I know. Girl, I know which Drag Race Queens you want to see on the show. Trust me, I've talked to some of them, and some of them are more reliable than others.
Well, that's just people
some I know if
that's
I
say,
hey, can you show up here? I don't have to remind them 3 days in a row.
Right. Or send someone to their house with a car.
Yeah, I'm
get in it.
I'm pretty sure they'll show up. I know that if Alaska says she's going to be here, she will be here. Right. I don't have to remind her 10 times,
I mean, and we're such a high-paying gig, I mean, it's just unbelievable that...
Nobody gets paid to come on radio show.
I know.
Oh, God.
We get paid in compliments. Right?
Oh.
Right? Oh, hey,
Dude,
everybody.
they get paid in the gratitude
That's right.
that I have
That's
for
right.
them coming on the show.
That's
Which
right.
actually it sounds very smartest, but it's true. I am very grateful that we've had a lot of really cool
We have.
and fun.
And you know
guests.
what? Show guests for today, we might just take you to Denny's after. I'm just putting it out there. That's, it is our celebration. That is a grand slam in my book.
I have been recognized twice outside the Denny's.
And you will
here.
never let me forget it.
No, it's just funny because they've run out of the restaurant.
I know. That was pretty funny. That actually happened, everyone. I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it with my own eyes.
Sometimes I have to tell you, sometimes it scares me when I get recognized because the way people react. So if I ever am weird around you when you've like shocked me that you recognized me, I'm just like, oh.
She's
and then
just
I'm like, I don't know what to
humbled.
say. And then I get shy and weird. And it just happened to me at PetSmart.
Did it really?
She was like, I'm like, oh my God, what happened? What's wrong? Are you Pandora Boxx? I'm like, yes.
Oh.
And then I'm like, should I tap dance here now? Like, what is the thing that I should?
Well, you have to at least pet the puppy.
Appropriate thing.
Did she have a dog with her at PetSmart?
No, she was working at PetSmart.
Oh, well, then you should have gotten a discount.
She was very
That's what you
cute.
should have
Nice.
done.
I did not, but that's all right.
You'd be like, I rescue animals, so and I was on TV. Just saying.
I don't know if there is that discount key for someone that's lost twice on a reality competition. Because if it's there, then hey, I would like that 2% discount.
I don't know. Maybe a PetSmart sponsorship for the show. Hey, we love animals.
I
Just
know.
saying.
I love animals. Yeah. I love animals. I like vodka, and I like dick. So if anybody out there represents one of those,
You know what? Someone
we've got a show for you. We've got a show for you. Da 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 da.
I like
I'm
all
working on a
those
new theme
things, too.
song I'm working on a theme song for the show. This is a show. Ba da ba ba. Ba ba ba.
That was-
a show.
That is the loneliest sounding opening title
It's
ever.
just me.
It's just you.
Some
hey,
tap
hey
dancing.
guys, does anyone want to listen?
The Pandora Boxx show.
Oh, that's like you and PetSmart with your fan who quote unquote recognized you. Oh, pumpkin. Stop
Rude.
it. Stop it. I'm kidding.
It's root.
Root.
It's root.
Root. I was just having a conversation the other day. I was like, my friends and I, if we're being nice to each other, that's a problem. That means we're mad at each other.
I'm at the point now that I just want people to be nice to me. I'm like, oh no,
Wait,
just
me
be
too?
nice to me. Yeah, everybody, just hug me and no, don't touch me. Just
Come
be nice
to
to
me.
me.
Come to me. I'm opening my arms, everybody, and other things. Oh, okay. See, that's what happens when I try to be nice to you. Well, then you just fuck right off. How about
Well,
that?
I think that we've had a lot of fun on our year journey.
Oh my
of the
God,
show.
yeah.
And mostly we do fun, weird topics, but it has been a really this past year of our show. There's been a lot of crazy fucking political
Oh my
things,
God, yeah.
and still fighting for LGBT rights and all that
Still,
this
we're like, what
stuff
year
that's
is
happening,
it?
and it's just gross.
Yeah.
So we do feel like, I do feel like that we need to talk about some of those things at times. So.
Oh, definitely.
We're I don't know what we're doing. Nobody listening probably disagrees with us.
Yeah,
though, so
but I
it's
think that's
but
kind of
it's
the
good.
beauty of it.
Hey, and
Yeah.
it's like what would Kelly Mantle do?
She would put it up
no,
on
it's
YouTube.
like you talk about it, and maybe there is somebody listening that's struggling with it, or lives in one of these states that is experiencing all these ridiculous fucking laws and
Right.
and people, and I mean we're all subjected to Trump, unfortunately,
Oh my
but.
God. I know.
Thankfully, a lot of the media is really, really not for him.
Yeah, I
So
think even a lot of
there-
Republicans are not even really for him.
No, and so there's constant like, but there was just one that he was like, he was got a crying baby kicked out of his speech. That it kept crying, and he was like, he goes, oh, maybe I should just have him kicked out. And then he's like, no, I'm joking. Oh no, and he's so weird about the way he speaks. Like it's not even.
Well, why do you think
complete sentences? And then after the baby kept crying, he said, no, get the baby out of here. And it's like.
Well, here's the thing. Babies can sense evil. It's not the baby's fault. Normally, I would never defend a crying baby because I am not the maternal type. But in this
No.
case, I'm for that baby.
Well, I am also like, why did you bring a baby
True. Well,
to this speech? But yes, babies and like dogs can sense ghosts and presence in the room and evil, and babies that baby was crying because she's like, I do not want an old Oompa Loompa
like,
to become president.
Right. And the sad truth of it is this baby could be crying because, like, that's my future. That could be my future.
Well, and I can't imagine being around him. You don't feel like that negative energy.
Right. Just
you have to.
You know, it's that
Although
bully.
I think a good chunk of it is fake.
Yeah, well, that's why we're all wondering, like, when's the joke going to be over? Like, did you see the clip with someone was interviewing Chelsea Handler, and they asked her, you know, if you could sit down with him, what would... She's like, I don't want to fucking sit down with him. No, I don't want to talk to that guy at all. I'm just waiting for the joke to be over. Yeah. I'm like, girl, you and me both. All of us are.
No, I mean, I think it's because he's playing this character that he's played for so long. And I mean, I'm sure it is him. And he believes it. It's once you pretend you're this person for a long time, a lot of people start believing it. I won't name names. Those people think they're real famous, and they're like, I've watched them.
Scott
I'll
Baio?
just say,
Charles in Charge.
Not to name any names from a certain show that I was on, but I've watched some people from when they were on to who they are now, and I've seen the
progression,
the fame, if you will, take over, and it's kind of sad and you're like, who are you now? What's happening? And I feel like that's him, although I feel like he's always been an asshole. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, like if you watch clips from like the 80s, 90s, or whatever, he doesn't seem quite as hateful, if you will. He seems a little calmer when he's being interviewed about things.
No, I mean he's smart because he tapped into that reality show market.
Yeah.
Like the people that like his show and like him already, he just tapped into their anger and said, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to be racist. Because I know these people are racist.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't want to talk about Trump. But I do want to talk about how I didn't really have that much energy, and I'm drinking this energy drink to kind of pep me up for the show, which is probably why I was like, the show. But I was kind of thinking, I'm like, God, I wish it was like the 20s and you could just get liquid cocaine at like the drugstore, and you'd just be like, everything has a little cocaine in it. I feel like everybody must have had a lot of energy then, because they're like, yes, I'm not coughing because I'm running around the house.
I wish it was back in the day, like back in the 1800s, where if a woman had any kind of a problem, like, depression or an opinion, I don't know, her husband would send her to the doctor, and the doctor would masturbate them back to health. That's how they created the vibrator. I'm totally serious.
I mean, I kind of miss the days when a vagina was just dirty and rotten, and it constantly needed to be cleaned.
It still is, Pandora.
With Lysol, which was originally a feminine hygiene product.
I remember that.
Now, I miss those
douching
harsh
with
days
Lysol.
of cleaning with Lysol. But speaking of Lysol douching, we've got some amazing guests on the show.
Segue number 1, everybody.
I'm so glad that it was hard. Detox has a very busy schedule, so it was hard to get her for the first show, and totally lucked out that she could be back for the first anniversary show.
Yay, Detox!
So my friend Detox is here. I say friend. She might disagree when she comes.
No, she only
kidding.
says moderately bad things about you when you're not here.
And another repeat offender and a very funny lady, and I'm glad that she could come back to. Annabelle DeSisto is here. And I feel like those two are going to get along really well.
I think they totally are going to get along.
They probably have already
great.
left.
I know, they're probably not even here. They're like, bye.
But I'm gonna play a song. I did a spin and knocked my microphone. I did jazz hands.
No, that's what you get.
See, jazz hands interrupts the mic. I'm gonna play a song. It's called Unicorn. It's mine, and it's available on iTunes.
Yay!
iTunes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell me what you see. Why don't you jump back and look right? I know I really don't believe ya, but it's horns there and there too, all around a horny potpourri. So let's jump in and we can dance too. It's time for the unicorn party. Come and join me. black stuff. Just look at the variety. Why don't you bump that trumpet? I know I never wanna leave him, though it's you and me and him too. Galloping a sparkle TNT, so let's jump in and we can dance too. It's time for the unicorn party. Oh my God. Thank you.
Oh, they love your song. They're all buying it on iTunes right now.
It's more than the 2 copies I sold. All right, so welcome to the show, Detox and Annabelle DeSisto. Hi.
Yes, and the crowd goes mild. Yes. Happy anniversary.
Yay,
Thank you.
you.
Our year anniversary.
I know.
Most couples don't make it that long.
Right, baby?
That's why they're in an open relationship.
That's why we sit this far apart.
Right.
Exactly.
No touching.
Oh, no.
No physical contact.
No touching.
No
just
eye
involved.
contact.
No.
And now I just have to share something that Detox sent me. A text that meme of Hillary Clinton and when she sees the balloons, I guess. And
I
she's
think
just,
that's what it was from.
Freaking out.
Yeah.
And there was one with a ghost, and this one is not a ghost. It's
What is it, Pandora? Please do tell us.
it's a rather large penis.
It's pretty phallic.
You think it's Bill's or no?
No.
No.
I don't know. He looked really happy with those balloons, though, too. Who
sure
knows?
does.
Oh my God, I know. He's probably brain dead after being president because I'm sure it just destroys you. And he's
Right.
like, balloon.
Probably. Either that or all the weed. Who knows?
He did look quite ripped.
Yeah. Oh, but he didn't inhale.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
Oh,
He
God.
did try it that once.
Can you
He did
imagine
just
if
the
he
once.
was? If he was just stoned, that would be really
It would be
funny.
awesome.
Just him stone playing saxophone.
Oh my God. I hope he plays it at the inaugural.
Yes.
Like ball. Just another
God.
Clinton sax
Like-
moment would be amazing.
Totally. Why am I picturing like a hologram of like Lisa Simpson in the background?
Right. Totally. Well, I mean, if Dolly Parton can do it, Bill
Right?
can do it.
He sure can.
Hey,
Hey.
Dolly Parton's coming here.
I
Are you
know.
Are you going in October?
I don't think
Oh.
I am able to go because I am all over the place. But I did see Barbara Streisand last night though, which was
How was
amazing.
it?
was her dress rehearsal for her show that comes out tonight at Staples Center, and I was invited last minute and flew
yes.
early straight from Stockholm and was like, I have to go. Like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to see Barbara Streisand at a dress
Completely.
rehearsal, and it was brilliant.
Oh, wow.
And there was some like Angelica Houston was there, and I was
I would've lost
dying.
my shit if I saw
I
Angelica
was in line
Houston.
waiting to get booze, and I saw her walk by. I was like, "It's my real mom. My real mom is here. My true mother."
Oh my God. Now, are you more of a Morticia or a Grand High Witch?
I'm a Grand High Witch.
Totally.
I'm a Grand High
Okay.
bitch for
Yes,
sure.
Exactly.
But I mean, I'm all of
So
it. I'm her old modeling picture. I'm everything. I'm Angelica.
You're just angelic.
I was so mad. I wanted to do Angelica Houston for my first Snatch game on Drag Race, but I was gonna do her as like Morticia. And they were like, "Well, we can't. You can't really do any characters." And then, of course,
Yeah.
after my season, there's every fictional character fucking on there.
completely.
I forgot. Am I allowed to curse? I keep
Oh,
forgetting.
fuck yeah. You
Okay,
are.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Or else I'd have to leave.
I know, I would too. We would have broken up long by now
Right.
if we had to be nice to each other. Fuck
Well,
that.
light cursing.
Yeah, well, we.
Don't tempt me. I almost started spouting off all of the bad words I know.
Well, it's and I don't know. I was going to go somewhere with Snatch Game and decided not to sound bitter.
Oh, that's right. I thought you did really well. Didn't you win your Snatch game?
No, I lost.
But you nailed it.
Well, and then
You
somebody
didn't lose.
You were
in
robbed.
the top, though. You-
Exactly.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
robbed.
Well, and
the
then,
first time you ever topped, but
Point.
now
I'm on today.
Yeah,
For
you
me.
are.
I like this jet lag me. It's fun.
No, you were so awake. I
It's
don't know if I've seen you
weird.
this awake.
It's weird. I woke up at like 10 this morning, which is crazy
oh wow.
for
Wow.
me. Yeah.
He
and I
told
was like,
me-
why do? Well, you know what it is? It's because we like the All Stars promo came out today, so they've been like up our asses about like you got to do all this, you got to do this.
Tweet,
so I
tweet,
woke
tweet.
up like in work mode
Yeah.
and haven't slowed down yet. So I'm sure at some
Right.
point today I'll crash and burn.
Well, and congratulations on being on All Stars.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. You know the craziness that is involved, especially doing it twice. It's like,
Well, I'm still bitter. I realize.
well, you know what? You guys kind of.
But I'm trying not. I'm like, don't be bitter.
Don't be
Like,
bitter, but you did get the shitty end of the stick, honestly, because of
Wow.
the way it was set up. It was like set up for everyone to essentially fail, in my opinion.
I don't think any of us liked it at all. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I don't think the public liked it either.
I think that's. I actually, Manila said that she's like, she goes, we didn't like it, the public didn't like it.
Right.
She's like, nobody liked it, and I think that the key was that none of us spoke to each other about All Stars for months. Like, didn't
Right.
even say any, like, not a word, not even like that sucked. We just didn't talk about it.
Oh wow.
It was like that, that weird moment that you just try to forget about.
Oh my god.
That awkward moment when you sleep with one of your
Yeah.
Drag Race sisters and you're like,
Oh.
I'm totally kidding.
Oh my god. No,
We'll talk later.
now I'm thinking, I'm like, no, that hasn't.
That's
happened
all
to
you're
me.
gonna be thinking about the entire show.
Oh no, I know some of them.
Drag stars at sea. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Oh,
I
wait.
like to just fuel fire. That's what I do.
Does the drag stars at sea have a dick deck too? I learned about a dick
No.
deck.
They sure have
What
a
is
poop
it?
deck.
Dick deck is
Well,
where- it's exactly how it's described.
The deck where you get dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
When there's a lot of
I
gay-
should have been able to figure that out.
Yeah, when there's a lot of gay men on a boat and they're late at night, when you have no internet connection, people get a little randy and they
That's
want
why, because there's no
Right.
internet
Right.
connection. That's the
Yeah.
only reason.
So
I mean,
they
I would
find-
get suicidal. I would Natalie Wood myself if I didn't have internet connection on a boat.
Was it
but I
suicide or was
guess-
it murder, though? We're still not sure.
Hopefully, it will be solved on the All Star season.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
answers. Somebody do it for Snatch Game and release some info.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my god.
God.
Please, somebody who's ever going to be on another season of Drag Race, be Natalie Wood. That would be hilarious.
Right?
Just a big blue woman.
Oh no.
It's not too soon. Shut up.
No, I've just said, oh no.
I
And I
know.
wouldn't say too soon.
I know, but you were
But
thinking it.
yeah, but the kids that watch today, they don't even know
Yeah.
who she is.
I mean, they didn't even know
Well-
who the lady was. So.
Well, then do
Yeah.
a big blue Whitney Houston. I feel like people will know that.
that's too soon.
It's for all the millennials, for all the mills out there.
just soaking wet.
Just do a bathtub. It could go, if it's a younger queen, you could be the daughter. It could go either way. You want an
Too
evergreen
soon.
costume.
Dang. And
Go
Annabelle wins.
transition.
Or maybe if you teamed up on Snatch Game, you could do both.
Shit.
Double.
There you go.
Hey, that's a thing too.
Double
Nobody,
elimination right there.
nobody's ever thought to do like a partner
I
thing.
know.
on
Well, you know
Snatch
what?
Game.
When I was auditioning for season 5, Vicky and I really were trying to get on together, and she, she's my drag daughter. We wanted to do.
can't even
We
imagine.
wanted to do Winona and. Why can't I even think about it?
What?
Winona
Winona
Judd
and Naomi
Judd.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be so good.
We were trying to think of like anything which would be hilarious as like fun drag like
That would be
either
so
mother
good.
daughter things like
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That would be.
Oh well, I
so
guess
good.
now that I said it, I'm like, oh, you don't trust most bitches because you don't know anybody. Because I didn't know anybody on my season, so I was like, I don't
Right.
trust any of you.
right.
Right.
Well, that's why I was like, if we got on together, then we would totally do some kind of mother daughter thing like that.
Yeah.
But obviously that wasn't the case, and now she has no
Desire.
desire to be on.
I love Vicky.
I do too.
Well,
She's
I can-
like one of the most talented queens, I think.
I think
love
she's
Vicky.
amazing too, and I could understand her frustration. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, at a certain point, you're like, fuck you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
how
I
many
totally
ti-
get.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bevy of amazing, talented, entertainers out there that I think that should have well deserved to have been on the show by now that have not been.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I keep trying to tell them, don't be disheartened by the whole thing, just keep going. Because, in their heads, in the producers' heads, and World of Wonder's heads, they have like a formula of who they want. It's very strategic, and they have an idea of what they want to do with the whole thing, and you just never know where or when you might fall into place. Like I was getting frustrated for the longest time, but
Yeah.
It's like
I'm glad the way things happened. Obviously,
Yeah, they're putting together like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And so there's certain people that fit a certain piece, and
Yeah.
sometimes they pick that person instead of the other.
A good person.
I agree. There's definitely so many queens that some have spoken about their frustration. I'm like,
yeah.
just don't.
And it's I can imagine how frustrating it is because I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was frustrating for me to watch the seasons go on. I'm like, the promos is so much better now. There's so much stuff. I'm like,
I feel bad for the season 1 girls about like just amazing the show has gotten, and they can't. That's the last season because it's nowhere.
I know.
I mean, no one else's season was shot on an iPhone, you
That's
know? I mean,
true.
It looked like there was like
It was
Vaseline
shot
on the
in a
lens.
Kia Ceera.
Like it was in a cloud.
Yeah, very
It was not even shot on an iPhone. It was like a Kia Ceera flip phone.
Oh my God.
It was on a Razor
In Rue's garage.
in Rue's garage.
Oh.
Oh, but there's a twist this season
There is.
where
I
the
know.
top 2 queens lip sync
for their legacy.
for their legacy, and they pick the one person that goes home.
They pick another one of the queens to go home, so it's like not even up to the judges really this time.
Wow.
So it's gonna be very interesting to see how everything. Obviously, I can't really say anything. But,
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be because we all came in there as friends, and when you go in there as friends and you're like, oh, this is so exciting, and then they throw that at you, you're like, oh well, shit. Let's see
That's
where the alliances
dirty.
start to happen, and let's see
Yeah.
who is really gonna play fair and.
Well,
Because you have a great opportunity to be shady and to throw a wrench at people.
Yeah.
And,
it's a much better twist than, shall I say, teams.
Right.
Because
Well, you never know.
Well, teams from the beginning to the end.
Right.
And but it's definitely a way to create drama, especially when everybody does know each other. and is
Right. Because it's hard,
friends and-
it's tough when you work together so closely after the show and you become so close with everyone. It's difficult to like really hold on to grudges and to be shady and like have that drama that you initially have the first time around because you're all competitive. And of course we're all competitive this time around, but we still love each other and we want everyone to succeed. So having that kind of there to hold over each other's heads to be like, we have the power is really interesting. And it's going to be really funny to see how everything plays out. Tune in August 25th on Logo and VH1.
Ooh, it's back on VH1.
VH1 also.
VH1 too.
Because it wasn't playing on VH1 for a while.
It wasn't for a few seasons. It was like the day after, the week after
Okay.
they would show it on VH1, but it would be like it was never kind of advertised that well.
Yeah.
And this one, it's they're excuse me, Thursday nights, which is a new night for it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I don't know why they're doing that, but Thursday night on VH1 and Logo simultaneously, which is cool.
It's awesome.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
She'll help
because-
open it
So a
up to
whole
an even
new
broader
audience.
market.
Well,
Yeah.
more people
Yeah.
get VH1 because I know our season was on VH1 too.
You're right.
I think it was the same time or maybe the day after.
I think it was
But
the day after or something, but it was like it was on VH1.
Yeah, because there was a weird thing about how we could promote it. Like we couldn't say they wanted people to go to Logo and watch it.
Right, obviously.
But then it went on VH1, so I can say I'm a VH1 star, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
VH1s.
So we do a regular portion of the show called the Soapbox. And I try to pick really fun topics because it's our year anniversary. I didn't want to talk anything politics or anything like this. So
No. Good.
Well, that's
We're
what I was
over
told we were talking
politics.
Don't
We
worry.
talked about politics. We talked about Hillary having a
Dick in her
dick in
mouth.
her
Yeah,
mouth
how
as
much
a
more
dress.
political
That's
can you
great.
get? Exactly. That
it's probably
check
been a
that
while.
out.
It's probably been a while since it's happened.
That's why she's so angry.
So I found the story, and it's kind of funny because it became like a Twitter sensation. This guy left a note to his drunk self before he went out for a night of drinking. He wrote, "To drunk Steve, please drink this bottle of water before bed. Then you can have the chicken wings in the fridge. Hangover Steve will thank you. From Sober Steve."
I don't appreciate you telling everyone my biblical name. 'Cause that is something I would do.
I'm kind of thinking, I think I have written. I've
bad
definitely
idea.
written a note by a glass of water saying "drink me,"
Right.
And when I've gone out, but he came home and wrote a note to himself on the note, which says, "Fuck you, drunk, crossed out, sober Steve. I do what I want. P.S. Tell
Wow.
sober." cross out hangover Steve. He's a little shit. So I'm kind of like, oh, now I've sent out a few drunk texts before.
Oh yeah, I think you've sent me
yeah.
some.
definitely drunk emails, usually to my manager at this
Yeah,
point.
same story. Hi, David.
And
Oh my god.
I hope he knows at this point that I'm like, oh, you must be able to tell.
It's always funny because I'll send those emails out, and then the next day I'll be like, "Hey, girl, just like checking to see what this gig is about." And he'll be like, "You don't remember that email last night?" Oops.
No, I've tried to stop doing junk Facebook posts, and I did. I did. It was good for a while.
Wasn't there one time you were like bitching about something you posted and we all knew what it was, and like Delta just posted a picture of the David statue?
Oh my god!
That is why Delta Work is my favorite.
Yes.
Oh, she's was the one I recommend to follow.
Yes,
her
for
personal
your-
Facebook.
Just
Yes.
her personal everything.
So funny.
Everything is just, and that poor bitch, she can never get a break either. So
I
it's amazing
know.
following her because
know.
you can hear about all of the shit that happens in her life where it's like,
You know it's
just
gonna-
God saying, fuck you.
You know it's gonna be a good day on Delta's page when she gets a drink with no ice in it.
Immediately. I'm like, I just pray every morning. I'm like, please let something be wrong with her chicken, like her chicken biscuit or something.
Yes, because it's like her life ended. Like,
kind
it's
of-
really like
Kind of, sort of.
Back on track though. Back to Steve.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
Steve.
Annabelle, you don't drink,
I
right?
do not.
Okay, I thought I remembered that, so I was like, "Oh, but
Yeah.
have you received a drunk text or something?"
No, because my cats cannot text, so those would be the only people who do text me. If I get like 5 texts a day, I was like, oh, someone has died. Like nobody is
my
hitting me
God.
up. But yeah, I don't. It's not that I don't drink for like like I'm not in a program or I don't have anything on my ankle. It's not court ordered. Nothing terrible has happened to me. No, I'm really loud and mean regularly. So
The
I
alcohol
wish-
might not help.
yeah, I wish I was drunk as an excuse for my behavior, but I can just
Well,
be
you
like,
just tell
nope, that
people
was
you
just
are.
That's just me.
yep, I just left, and after I spilt something, and I'm loud and mean, and it will probably happen again. Like,
Right?
so yeah, I probably should get to drinking just so people are like, well,
Just to
we'll
have an excuse. Oh, she's just drunk.
give her a
You're like,
pass.
no.
That's usually what
that's-
people say about me.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
just drunk.
That's because you usually
But
just
that's
stop.
usually because you are.
Oh, it's true, mostly.
Oh.
I'm pretty good about not. Well, yes, I'm much better than I was about sending drunk tweets.
Oh my
or-
God, I just
or
burped on here. I'm
Facebook.
sorry.
Speaking of
That's okay.
drunk,
I know.
hi.
That's just jet lag
That
coming
is.
out
It's
in
jet
gas
lag coming
form.
out in gas form.
Yeah.
Thank God it's just on the front end.
Well, we still have
The
time.
show is young.
I
That
know.
was what I'm saying.
Almost.
I don't know if I've been so drunk to write myself back a note though.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that either.
And his roommate
I-
tweeted
well, you
the
know
pic
what?
or
I
something?
have
a
commented.
friend posted
I
the.
have commented on my own self's posts before anyone else would comment. I'd be like, and then I would like weigh in on the opinion that I just posted about drunkly. Like, yeah, you tell him, thinking that it was someone else's post. I'm like, they're speaking my mind.
Oh my God.
Oh wait,
I
it's my own
have
self's mind.
I have mistakenly read comments and then gone off on people when
Yeah.
I'm a little drunk, and then I'm like. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, okay, remember which post you did that on, and go back and delete that, and delete that, and yeah, delete that. I did one time. I don't know what it was. I was like, fuck you and fuck this and fuck that, and I got a message from David, our manager, and he said, "What's with all the fucks? You might want to take that down." I'm like,
what the fuck's there?
okay, sorry.
Aw, you need a fuck jar. That sounds actually.
That actually
That's
sounds
like,
like a
wait
fleshlight.
Everybody had a moment of silence.
Pandora,
Like,
that's your new merch for DragCon next year. Pandora
Totally.
Boxx's
Fuck jar.
Fuck jar.
a hill. Like it sounds very like hill. Like here's my fuck jar.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you
very
gotta say it like
Pinteresty
that.
because I feel like
Hillbilly.
mason jars are so in right now thanks to Pinterest. Like it'd be
Yes.
Here's my fuck jar.
well, and actually in the myth that it would have been a jar instead of a box. So
Oh, there we go.
yeah, little
Little
Greek mythology trivia
Greek
for you.
tidbit for you.
We're You're so
like
smart.
reading Rainbow, like shooting star. I feel like I've learned something.
Yeah, the more you know.
Okay.
Na-na-na-na.
So there's another story that I just have to read it to you because it's quite ridiculous. So this woman is claiming a sexual style assault by a restaurant's pee-pee doll.
Yes, this is my favorite story right now.
Isabel Lassiter.
This is my favorite story right now. I'm
And
serious.
anybody watching, please go and find this video of them doing the interview because it's fucking hysterical.
I'm going to reenact it later with Pandora.
Isabel Lassiter has a beef with a Japanese steakhouse in Tennessee where a chef sprayed her in the face with a PB doll in what her husband calls a sexual style assault. Lassiter said she and her family were dining at the Wasabi Japanese Steakhouse in Murfreesboro on Monday when a chef produced a plastic doll resembling a little boy and pulled its pants down. A thin stream of water spurted from a hole located in the doll's genital area and hit Lassiter in the face, she said. She wasn't happy. He pulled down his shorts. He pulled his little shorts down and it had a wanger and he squirted me right in the face, Lassiter
wanger.
told the
Wanger.
news. It happened right in front of her
These people are
children
voting.
and
Yeah.
children.
Let's see, we know that.
And you know for who.
But
Exactly.
she did go back and say it really didn't have a wiener, but you got the point.
Right.
And now they're saying that it was sexual assault style.
They called the police to like
Yeah.
try
They
to press
filed a
charge. They filed a
report.
report with the police department, which is hysterical. And ladies and gentlemen, this is who's going to be out in the polls in November.
Oh,
It's that they have the
First
same amount of votes as we do. Like
Right.
that's horrifying.
They're going to be first in line.
They say Wanger.
They And also, Tennessee is the Japanese steakhouse capital of the world.
Right.
Like, if you
And
want good Japanese steak,
you
you go
go
to
to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Everyone knows this.
Well, it's the thing. It just squirts water so they can do like the little the
They
hibachi
clean,
thing
yeah.
and
Right.
do the whole thing. And I don't think he squirted her.
No, and apparently
the
it's
face
like
on
something that
purpose.
is like really well known that they do this at this establishment, and people love it because it's like it's quirky and campy, and like the whole thing about going to a Japanese steakhouse is like very theatrical, and it's part of the
Yeah.
whole theatrics of it.
Right.
So I mean, if they knew where they were going, they should have probably heard. It's
Right.
just, everyone has something to bitch about these days. Everyone. So you
Yeah.
know, and
It makes
especially
me, I don't know, feel cheated. That like when I went to Benihana's for like my 12th birthday, I only got like that,
You only got a
the
real
volcano,
facial.
the onion volcano, and like the heart of rice. I didn't get somebody,
You're like, where's my
fake
wanger?
peeing on
Right.
me.
I love this story because I had this doll when I was a kid, and I used to do it to everyone.
Oh,
We had
really?
because they were like little, little toys essentially.
Yeah.
And my brother and I used to run around and chase everyone with this little Wanger doll and piss on people's faces.
Well, it doesn't have a wanger though,
Which is, essentially what I do now as an adult. Without the doll.
That is true, ladies and gentlemen, and I have witnessed it. I have witnessed.
You're gonna witness a lot more tonight.
Jeez.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
don't know.
That just got real sexy.
Did
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. I'm kind of uncomfortable.
No, I think she just means she's just gonna pee on me. And,
Yeah.
That happens.
slap me in the face with her wanger, or just rest it on my
Rest
shoulder.
it on your shoulder like I
as
usually
she's-
do.
As she is
You
known
should
to
be
do.
so lucky.
It's true.
I don't think. No, it's not really lucky. Everyone usually gets it.
Everyone gets it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I didn't.
It's kind of like it's a rite of passage.
You're
You
just
haven't-
like being knighted. Like with your
Yeah.
It's true. It's like you're not a true
Exactly.
friend of mine unless you've had my penis rest on your shoulder.
That is very sweet.
And it's usually still duct tape. So I have like a little teapot. We just rest it there.
Would it be really weird if I were about to say, I remember the first time I saw your penis too, Detox?
No, because everyone's seen it.
It was just so like, oh, and there's Detox and there's Detox's penis. Okay. It was just so like, yeah. All right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I collect her tape.
There is someone out there that actually does that.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to name names, but it's really funny
Well, like,
to me.
what? Like they just go to gigs and just kind of hang around.
And like anytime I'll see them, I'll be like, there you go, girl.
There's probably like
What
a
do they
shrine
do
that they
with
have,
that?
like building a face of like out of duct.
Oh,
That's so
What
flattering.
if they're building
That's flattering to me. I think it's really cool.
a voodoo tape dick duck doll?
Well, whatever they're doing, it's working for me. Cause
yeah, right. Yeah.
Keep on doing it.
Keep on doing it. Wow.
It's good luck tape.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Do you do different colors?
I do. Different colors, different patterns, whatever's around, really. Because I'm lazy.
So they have to get all the colors, all the
Yeah,
collectibles.
gotta collect. It's like Pokemon Go. It's,
I know.
it's Detox's Tuck Go.
Oh my God. You just see people pulling over in dressing room, like
Oh
by
my!
the dressing
I would
room.
die. That would be the best thing ever.
Oh my God.
Your tape has been all around the world.
It's been
It
around
has
the world,
been.
and
yeah.
yeah. I see what you did there.
But I do have this story did come up, and I really was curious if you had been in Berlin recently, because there was it was a public park, and it was daylight, and this couple is just going at it. The guy's on top of her or Shim, and and they're just having sex, and people are recording it, and then the guy stops to get a light from somebody passerby and smoke a cigarette.
Well, there was like a group of people.
That's me
surrounding them.
AF, as the kids say these days.
And
Actually, I would be the one who walks up, because I saw the video. I would be totally the one who walks up and takes the picture. I wouldn't be the one having intercourse in the park.
Yeah.
Necessarily in the daytime.
I think you would also be the
Well,
one that lit his cigarette.
Right.
That's true.
I'd be like, hey, you look like you're having fun over here. Want to smoke? Like, you might need a little break, a little tap out.
You need any tape?
You need some tape?
Tag teaming in the park.
Yeah, right. See, I could see you doing that because you have to keep up your quick take that.
I was
pic
just about to
series.
say it.
Yes, exactly.
I would, and I've just discovered, like, I'm finally getting used to Snapchat, and I'm like in love with it now. So I would be all up on that stuff, like zooming in and zooming out, getting good angles,
Putting a funny filter on it.
putting the filter on it.
Dog
yes.
filter. Oh my God.
Having her like vag open up and putting that little halo with the butterflies over it. That would be beautiful. Couldn't you see? That
would
would be
be.
beautiful. I wonder if the lips though would be light this way, or if it would. No, I don't know.
I'm not very up on Snapchat. I just post,
It's taken me forever to get up on it.
I
but
post
now
like
I'm
one of those
obsessed.
stupid filters, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
I did
also
it.
really not very good at quick take that pic, because I've tried it
You
a couple
are
times
terrible at
Oh,
it.
I know.
and
you
been
keep
totally
trying.
caught. Although I did one good one.
You
I
did
can't
one
remember.
good one, and you like sent it to me. Then I think you posted it, and you were like, "Did I do it right?" And I was like, "Yes, bitch."
Finally. I'm just like, I'm gonna take their pic like right in front of their face.
You're like,
I'm
you tap them on the shoulder. You're like,
Excuse me.
and it still comes out blurry.
I think I'm being all sly and coy, but I know that my face shows that I'm doing so. I'm upset
Right.
because I'm
You're
like I can't hide my facial expression.
We'll go
It's fine.
practice
I
after
have
this.
resting bitch face as well.
Well, no, it's pretty active.
I'm with you. My face hides nothing, but I always look surprised. I'm always just like my Disney villain eyebrows. I always just like look shocked at what I'm seeing.
I love that. She's doing it. We're doing a sight gag on a radio show, everybody.
And
I
it
just
works
wanna point that
really,
out.
really
They can
well.
see us a little bit.
They can, yeah.
If they're watching live, they can.
They can
Well,
sense
this-
our presence.
I love live streams.
live next week.
Oh, we're back to the streams. We're
Oh,
back to the
God.
streaming.
All right, so we always do one topic that makes you go,
We're very high budget here.
very, very, very. So, guys, there is a mystery pooper targeting holes
Oh my
in
God.
of a
What
Norwegian
kinds of
golf
holes?
course.
You've
Okay,
been
there we
doing a
go.
lot of traveling, Dee. Wow.
I'm internationally known.
I did kind of have you in mind when I picked a lot of these.
Well, I read it and I had myself in mind too. But you know what? I wouldn't do that because I can barely poop alone
Oh my God,
at
yeah, I
home.
know.
I know, and I think it's so sweet that Vicky holds your hand.
She held my hand one time. I got really drunk, and it's like listen. I have a really weird problem with pooping in public. I can't do it in public. I have to, even home alone, I have to have the door locked and the water faucet on before I can poop because my butthole just does not allow it to happen in public. So this would not be me, but I have, held hands with Vicky.
Well, that can be
I
your
think-
goal, something to work towards.
I would make a
guess
joke
so.
about doing it, but I would never do
Right.
it. I would never poop, and it's he's that the man's it has to be a man because the poos are too massive to be from a woman.
No, I don't know.
And I'm like-
Sexist.
I disagree.
It might be
Equal
my
rights
nephew.
for shit. Equal rights for shit.
My fucking 5-year-old nephew has the shits the size of a grown man.
You know?
I didn't have a comment to that. I'm sure that there's women out there that take some hefty dumps.
I mean,
Why are you looking at me?
we know what your diet is.
I do eat a lot of fiber,
Yeah.
actually.
I know.
Okay.
Who would do that though? I mean, I wonder. My thing is,
know.
like, what is it that you're getting out of shitting on a hole at a golf course? Like, I mean, I'm assuming that this
know.
person might have like some kind of sexual attraction. Like, is he
Yeah.
sitting there like shitting and like,
Maybe.
oh, hole in one, oh, like.
God. Well, and because he didn't do it just like once, maybe.
Right, once is one thing. Once is like, hey, you're drunk,
you-
or you're like, let's play a practical joke. But if it's the notorious shit or whatever.
The golf pooer. Or
What I thought was weird is he takes the weekends off. They said that he only does it during the week, but he never does it on the weekends.
What? That's the
It's
time
like
you
a
would-
job. He's like, not doing it.
Right.
I'm off.
My day off, you
It's
guys.
the Sabbath. It's the Lord's Day. I'm taking it.
well, and it also said that he has a couple of favorite holes. So
Oh, man.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
It'd be
Who
more
doesn't,
fun if it's
though?
like on a mini golf course, because then it would be like
Like a
you
putt-putt
know,
course
by
would be
the
hilarious.
windmill
Right.
and
well, then
in the alligator's mouth, and it would just be like I think more fun.
Yeah, more festive for the kids, you know.
Oh, those poor kids, though.
Wow. I don't know, people, you know.
yeah.
But then again, there are people who love licking feet. I mean, everyone does their thing, I guess.
Everyone's got to have a thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's just an awkward thing.
Yeah,
Because what I mean, like,
yeah.
that's just a hard thing to.
No, I
get
like to
away
make
with.
poop jokes, and I think these poop stories are funny. But that's where that's it.
Right.
Like, I don't.
that's about, yeah.
Yeah. No. Nope. Don't poop on me.
No.
But see, but I wonder if
No
the guy who
poop,
actually,
no.
I wonder if the guy who actually poops in holes doesn't talk about it though.
Right.
You know, we're the ones that talk about poop because we don't do it.
Like,
in
I'm
golf
sure he's
course.
probably like, maybe he's listening to this and he's like, oh, yeah, they're talking about my poop.
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm so famous.
But then I think I'm
I'm
like,
the
what if it
famous Norwegian pooper?
could be a girl and her boyfriend like lives by the golf course, and she's like, there's not a Starbucks nearby. Like,
That's true. That's
true.
true. She's like, I have to go somewhere. I
Yeah,
can't poop.
and-
You can't
because like
poop.
girls don't do this. She's like, where can I go? Where
Girls
can
don't have assholes. They don't.
know.
I? They don't.
I've heard stories of like girls who like went to parties and pooped at the party, and then the toilet didn't work, and they literally fished it
God.
out and threw it out the
No.
window.
But you know what?
Yeah.
That would completely be me, though. Because I would be so mortified that I actually had to poop in front of
That's
people
like
that I'd be like,
true.
I've got to hide the evidence.
That's like worst nightmare scenario.
Completely.
It's like you poop and clog a toilet at a public event or party.
I'm
and-
terrified of using anybody's bathroom for anything except to like check my makeup. Because like now, have you guys been into like the restaurants and bars where you go in and there's no mirror at all? I'm like, fuck you! I just waited in this line for 20 minutes just to come look at myself,
Right.
And it's just like written on the wall like in Sharpie, like you look fine. I'm like, no, I
No.
I'm like, I waited 20 minutes for this. You should have a sign outside. There's no mirror, and the line would be literally non-existent,
Right?
Ugh. And I'm like, you get a 1-star review on Yelp. I will literally
Yelp you so hard.
I could have a bartender like spill an entire like liquor bottle on me and break it over my head. I would not leave a 1-star review, but when I see that there's no mirror, I'm like, no, no,
Nope. Nope.
No,
Gotta
no, no,
go.
no, no.
Never come here again.
nope.
Terrible.
You don't do that.
Oh shit, we forgot to put the mirror in studio today. Damn it, Pandora. She'll never come back. We're getting
You'll
a
check
1
the
star.
internet reviews.
I know.
Oh God, I'm glad the show isn't a Yelp reviewed.
Oh my god, can you imagine? That'd be hilarious.
No. no.
No.
I-
Oh wait, it is. It's just called Reddit.
Oh.
I'm like, I can't figure out Reddit. Am I dumb?
Yeah, I don't want to.
That's
I just
because you
don't go on
exist
it.
in the daylight and are here talking to people in a
Right.
social forum.
Right. Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah. There's actually there are a couple nice Reddit people.
No, there
that have-
are.
that
But
have contacted me and
Yeah.
said, "Not everybody on Reddit hates you."
I get that too. I get that
thanks.
too.
Thank you.
I
Two
mean, the
people.
vast
Two
majority
people.
does.
Two people on Reddit like me.
Right.
But I don't think they're making or breaking a career. So.
Yeah.
But thank you both for being here on our 1-year anniversary
Yes.
show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much
And-
for having me.
Yay.
So
And where can
romantic.
we find you, Annabelle, online and everywhere?
You can find me at my blog at AdderallAndCompliments.com where I write mean recaps that are fun.
Yes.
I love it. And Detox.
At the only detox everywhere. Basically.
and then All Stars 2, August 25th.
All Stars 2 is August 25th at 8/9 Central on VH1 and Logo.
You got it right. I'm pretty sure, right?
I think so. Who cares? Just tune
Yeah,
in.
well, I'm excited. I'm Team Detox.
Oh, completely.
Oh,
We're
thank
not just saying that because
you.
you're here.
Right.
I mean, I
right,
do
right.
like all the queens in the show.
It's,
Yeah,
you know, it's
so
like a
it's
caliber of
hard, but
bitches.
yeah.
It's going to be a really interesting and fun
No,
competition.
there's some
Yeah.
great ones on there, but totally Team Detox.
I mean, I did win the photo challenge. I mean, hello, I won the photo shoot.
Yeah, it was a great. It was,
Ooh, that tongue though.
Did you know what she do?
well, now that Samantha's made a puddle from seeing Detox's tongue, where can we find you, Samantha?
Oh, yeah, on the
Yep,
golf
exactly.
course.
All right, so
On the golf. Twitter and Instagram, the Samantha Hale.
okay, and me. It's my name. It's my show name, Pandora Boxx, and thank you guys for listening for a year. And you can find me at
Yay.
pandoraboxx.com. There's 2 X's in box because the extra X marks the spot.
Gross.
Oh my God.